Hello, we're here today in Long Beach, KLGB. This is the new add-on scenery from XWindStudios. This is version 1.0.1, and going to go ahead and do just a little tour of the airport. To start off with, right now, I love this ramp that they have here. This is not your ordinary ramp that you usually see from GSX. But yeah, it's really cool, and the way that they're able to move it. I know that an airport that I fly out of occasionally has a ramp just like this, and I've watched them push it up to the airplane and set it up, and everything looks exactly just the way they did it here. So really liking this change here. All right, with that, let's go ahead and start at the beginning. Okay, I wanted to start with a high up overview of the airport. This is an overview of the entire airport area that's been modeled, and I had to say that from up here it looks really good. We have ships out in the harbor, but that has nothing to do with the airport. Anyway, if you know that, you know that. In my virtual airline, I have the global ships, and so every time I see ships, I have to point out the ships. But yeah, we have ships out there in the harbor. All right. So anyway, back to the airport. Um, so yeah, it looks pretty good. I did notice that a lot of things disappeared as I got way up here, like cars in the parking lot, etc. That's probably to optimize the scenery to stop or minimize stuttering anyway. So with that, let's go ahead and go in for a closer look. Okay, so as we're approaching the airport here, we have the airport sign here, Long Beach Airport, which is really cool. You see Gulfstream over there in the background with their facilities. And then you have this big LGB on the side of the parking structure right there, which is kind of cool. Let's go check out the signage here on the side. Long Beach Airport Terminal. You have passenger pickup and drop off, south lanes, etc. I like that they have the signage up here on the light post. Coolest American airport. All right, let's go. I'm not sure coolest in what manner. It is always cool here because it does get the marine layer in there, and it has the fog in the morning and the evening. But no, it's pretty cool. I have to say, this is a pretty cool airport. I haven't been there personally and myself, but perhaps one day here I will be able to visit this airport and check it out in person. But you have the parking structures over here on the left. I like the reflection that we're getting on the glass there. That's really nice. And as I mentioned earlier, we couldn't see the cars parked in the parking lot. Of course, that's to optimize um, graphics. But now that we're down here uh, low and slow, we see all the cars that are parked here in the parking lot. Really gives it a sense of things happening here. You can see some cars randomly parked up there on the parking structure as well. I like the palm trees here. The palm trees are looking really nice here. All right, let's continue on. Coolest airport. All right. So we have a tower here. That's pretty nice. Nice looking building. We have some bus stops here. Now this building here is not animated inside. It's just exterior only. We have the Long Beach Airport letters up there on the overhang. And now we're getting into an area where indoors is modeled. So we start here. This is ticketing, and we'll go on inside there and take a look. Okay, so now that we're inside the ticketing area, we can go up here. We can see the kiosks here. Of course, you have the counters. Be nice if they had some people behind the counters. I don't know why it is, but most airports will put people in line even, but no one behind the counter. I think I've only seen one or two sceneries where they actually have people working behind the counter. So once we get done here in ticketing, we have the restroom facilities over here. Let's see what these look like. Looks like those are supposed to be drinking fountains. Just the wall there, a door. I kind of expected to see a men's and women's restroom there, but there's a single door. Maybe it's just a one-person restroom at a time. I don't know. All right, so now we'll go on out these doors here, and you can see on the pavement it has Long Beach, which is kind of neat. You have your TSA check area for all gates. We'll go in there in just a minute. Let's go on over this way. It looks like they celebrated their 100th anniversary back in 2023. And okay, we have carousels over here for baggage. That's cool. We have a few people animated in here, standing around. I like that they have some bushes in there. It looks like some pebble type rock or whatever in and around the bottom of the palm trees. Building the green port of the future. All right. Obviously, this is where people will exit, so no re-entry. They'd have to go back through TSA at this point. You have a few tables. Again, I'm not sure exactly if it's modeled like this in real life, but I know that a lot of these scenery builders do take a lot of care in trying to model things accurately when you buy an add-on. So I would assume that it does look something like this in real life. I like the lights that are hanging over this area, lighting it up. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's go on into the TSA area. We'll take a shortcut and go in right through these doors here. And I like the way that they have it modeled. They have it modeled really nice, but it just looks very empty. It would be nice if they actually had people standing in the line, TSA agents standing there working the lines, just to kind of complete the look here. Looks really empty, but otherwise, I mean, it looks really nice. What do we have over here? Maybe an office, storage maybe, kiosk. Okay. And then let's go, we went through TSA, so this is where we're going to go here, on outside. And let's take a look at the map. You have the directory map, you have that middle part there where the palm trees are, that's where we're at now. Then to the left you have gates 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then to the right 5 through 11. Looks like they have some bark down there, that looks good. And then off to the left here we have a little restaurant, it looks like. The boathouse on the bay. And a TV up there in the corner, some ceiling fans. A few people in there dining for their flight. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go to the left here first. And I have to say, I do have the GSX part here. I have the, actually it was provided, I believe, by XWindStudios. The GSX profile is what I'm trying to say. And the way the people deboarded the airplane, they actually followed the ramp going down, and then they came, they walked into the terminal by going down the side outside here. So they walked outside those windows all the way down to the end here, where it said gate. I think maybe I was at gate 2. But they came in the doors where at the number of the gate that I was actually at, which was really kind of cool. And then once they stepped in the terminal, then the person terminated. Actually, I was at gate 4, and gate 4 is down this way. I like that they have people in here. It does look a little fuller than it has in other spots, like in the TSA area. And then you have the Parker's Lighthouse, Shoreline Village, Long Beach up there. Very cool. Let's go on to the other side. I'm going to have to go over this way. So they have some benches out here in the middle where people sit and relax. Now this center area is all open air. There is no roof over it, so if it's raining, you better have an umbrella. Otherwise you want to go into the terminal on the side. And it looks like there's also a dining facility over here. Street Vine. 4th Street Vine, okay. And then we have a little area here to sit at inside as well. Imagine this probably is something to do with wine as well. Taco Beach. Oh, okay, we have more dining over here on this side. So you have Taco Beach here. Look at those tacos. Making me hungry. Burger bar. Coffee. George's Greek Cafe. It's a little more busy on this side. I like it. So far, I'm very happy with the add-on. I believe the add-on is roughly about $20 to $24 range. And she is very happy. She is happy to be flying wherever it is she's flying. I think I saw, was this restrooms here? Go back a little bit. Oh, there we go. There's the sign up there. Men's and women's. Okay, so I'm glad that they have that there, identifying this as the restroom, but the doors, I'd like to see them marked. That would have been an easy thing to do. And I'm just nitpicking right now. Generally, overall, I do like everything I'm seeing that they have modeled so far. And there may be updates. They may come out with updates that have some more of this done in the future. Who knows? Well, let's go outside. Alright, so now we're outside. A lot of Southwest comes into this airport. So a lot of these terminals, a lot of these parking spots will be taken up by Southwest. Southwest flies in here from all over the place, from Sacramento to San Jose, Reno. I believe there's a Hawaii that comes out of here, Phoenix. You can go to, let's see, Dallas, Dallas Love, and many, many more. There's surprise. I was surprised to see how many Southwest flights come out of here. Okay, so let's take a look here at the ramp real quick. Now this ramp over here that says Southwest on it, these carts that are here, this is all part of the scenery. So as you can see, the XWindStudios has put a lot of ground clutter in here. They also put up a lot of these fences and gates to guide passengers as they come out to their plane or in from their plane. A lot of nice thought put in there. And we'll go back down to the plane here that I've spawned in with. Like the numbers, the number 5 up there on the light post. It does look really good at nighttime. I will go ahead and switch it to nighttime here in just a moment. So the gates here that I'm looking at now, this is all ground clutter that is provided with the airport add-on. The gates that are, or the stairs and ramps that are pushed up to the airplane itself, obviously are provided by GSX. So there you have it. But while we're here, and before I get too far out in the airport, in fact, I'm going to go back this way. I'm going to go ahead and change the lighting from daytime, and let's go to nighttime real quick, and then we'll switch back. I did notice, I don't know if that's, I think that's just reflection in the glass there that I'm seeing. Alright, so let's go to nighttime. Okay, so this is what the night lighting looks like. I'm going to go out here a little bit and get a higher up view of this. Oh, look at that, all those little lights there in that center area back there where it says Long Beach on the pavement all light up. We'll go down and look at that here in a minute. I'm just going to be doing a real fast view of this, but this is kind of the whole parking area and how it's lit up. You can see all the taxi lights and everything out here. You can see the runway out there. Just kind of doing a circle here, overall view of the airport, nighttime. Well, there's an airplane getting ready to go somewhere. Okay, so that's just kind of an overview there. I'm going to speed around here, so it won't be super accurate here. I'll try to be as accurate as I can. But I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. I want to get back to looking at the rest of the airport. Let's go inside and see what it looks like. Alright, so here's indoors. Baggage claim that way. Looks pretty good. I like it. Looks like a lot of activity going on in here, which I really like. Adds to the immersion, as they say. Alright, I'm trying to be as careful as I can here with this. Oh, it just cut through the restaurant, but let's go on over here. We'll go out the doors to baggage claim and look at the lights out there. Looks nice. It's nicely lit up over there in the baggage carousel. And then we go out here, we have the lights that are strung across this open area, all nicely lit up. Looks really good. I like it. I saw something over here I wanted to go look at. We have a little mural over here on the wall. Very nice. I'm getting a little bit of stutters here with the video. I'm still trying to optimize my OBS Studio so it's not taking such a hard hit on my GPU. So I'm going to get that dialed in, and hopefully future videos there won't have the stutter. I love this on the container, the rust that's over there. Gives it an impression that it's been sitting there a long time. You have the barbed wire fences, good stuff. Have some airplanes over there. I believe that those may be coming in and out of LAX. So we're not that far from LAX. Just give you a little look over here of some of the lighting. Okay, so that's kind of what the airport there looks like at nighttime. Let's go ahead and switch it back to day. Okay, so here we are back in daytime, and we'll go ahead and look around the airport here. First off, let's look at the parking spots here. I like the parking spots here. You know, they're not clean and pristine. They look like they've been used. There's some dirt and oil and whatnot that's kind of on the ground, and they don't look like they're copied and pasted. Looks like, for instance, this one is different than the other ones. So truly, someone wants to come in or not, I'm not sure. But no, it looks good. Each one is truly unique. Looks like we have a cargo area over there. So let's go ahead and jet on over that way. And you see objects are starting to spawn in as I get over there. That again is to help optimize the GPU so your graphics don't get too overloaded. I guess that's the little UPS building there. Got some trucks modeled there. This airplane take off, shall we? They could have modeled that a little better instead of the road just kind of going up like that. The other thing that might be putting a little bit of a hit on my GPU is that the airplane spawned in. That's certainly hitting my GPU as well. So. It's gone. There's some buildings over here modeled. This would not be. There's a Marriott to hotel. Looks like maybe some office buildings, parking garage. Alright, not too much down here. Really not part of the airport, but they did model, it looks like, some buildings that are just outside the airport to help to add to the immersion. Again, some more buildings outside. Don't necessarily look like they're part of the airport. I don't see any ramps or anything that go up to them. Going over this way, you have the tower. You have some aircraft that are static aircraft modeled with the airport. And every airport always has construction going on, right? So they have a few tractors down there, pipes, gravel, probably getting ready to do something there. Looks like perhaps GA parking over here. Some Lear jets, etc. And I see a helicopter down here, a couple helicopters. Some more GA aircraft down here. Looks like these are some hangars over here for probably general aviation airplanes. I want to check this out. So over by the fire station here, we have a Hercules sitting there. Omaha City. I don't know why they decided to model that. If that is actually there all the time, I don't know. Or if it was just visiting at the time that they did a site survey. Long Beach Fire Department fire trucks. And quite an empty parking lot over here. Rather large building. I believe McDonnell Douglas was down here. And I believe the MD-11 was also made down. Oh, what in the world is this? Alright, that's kind of cool. I don't know where they're going, but the program I'm using to inject live air traffic is Say Intentions, AI. And it looks like maybe this, I don't know if this is like a little shopping center perhaps. Now that's what is not modeled out there. That building is. Alright, let's go on over to this corner of the airport. Again, it does not look like any of that stuff is modeled, so I'm going to bypass it. Runway 12 here. 8 going the other way. Looks like again they may have put some generic office buildings outside the fence. And we're kind of coming back up to the terminal area. I believe there's some GA back here, which may be in fact the main GA area where people would keep their airplanes. Looks like there's a lot more hangars over here. See Eagle Aviation on the building over there. I don't know if that perhaps is a flying school. Probably is. Actually, think I have heard of them. Just want to see what this building says out here. Caribou Industries. Interesting. Eagle Aviation right there. Fuel trucks. I like the fencing that they have here. There goes another airplane. I don't know if this is supposed to be a gate or not, but if it is, there's a post right in the middle of the road. Just saying. Alright, let's get back into the scenery. And that kind of brings us right back out to where we started. The only area that I may not have covered yet is over on this side. Looking for some signage on this building to see what it might be. I'm not seeing anything. It does look, it's a rather large building. We have a helicopter here. Other taxiways that come up to it. Helicopter parking. This looks like a road to... Oh, no, that's taxi. Doesn't look like a very big airplane could come in through there. And not much wind today in Long Beach. And then just before we get ready to wrap this up, just wanted to do a look at it from up top, and you can see all these solar panels that are down here on top of the parking garage, which is kind of nice. And I like the fact that it will give your car shade when you're on the top level as well. That's kind of neat. And then of course from up above here, and we look down on this central courtyard, you can see that Long Beach and the pavement. Really nice. You can see all the lights. Alright, well that wraps it up then. That's Long Beach for you, KLGB. New scenery from XWindStudios. This is version 1.0.1. Hope you enjoyed it.